Hi, from SeaWorld. I'm back at SeaWorld because they have the Craft Beer Festival going on with over 100 beer selections and 20 food items. I'm starving. I'm excited to feel some semblance of normalcy in the form of a food festival, so let's go inside and eat some food. It seems a little bit busy right now, but it is a weekend and it's about noon. But I'm optimistic about today, and I'm very excited for the food that I'm hopefully about to have. So I'm not entirely sure exactly where this festival is going to be taking place, but it is absolutely going on right now. I've pulled it up on the app, and I believe there are 2 lanyard options, an 8 sample and a 12 sample one. The 8 sample is $45, and then the 12 sample is $60. So I'm going to go ahead and head over here. This is where the festivals usually are, in this festival area by the Dolphin Nursery. There's the nursery right over there, and this is the festival pathway that would normally be open during these events, but it is not currently. So I'm gonna have to find out where this event is going on. But there are a few advertisements for other occurrings here at SeaWorld, like Flicks and Fireworks, Electric Ocean Remix, the Craft Beer Festival, the Halloween Spooktacular, the Christmas Celebration, and then the New Year's Eve Celebration. So that's pretty cool. So I'm assuming because the festival area is not open, that it's probably going to be in this area, and it does look like it. There's a booth right over here where I can probably purchase a lanyard. Alright, so I got my tasting lanyard. I got the 8-punch lanyard, and it's actually pretty interesting because instead of adding on the additional punches for pass holders, they're giving you a discount on the lanyard itself. So it's kind of like you're getting additional punches, but it's a little bit cheaper. So instead of paying $45, this was $38, if that makes sense. But now it's time to walk around and see what I want to get. Right over there, they're selling cheesecake cones, which is pretty cool. And over here, they're selling something that I'm very excited about and actually convinced me to come to the festival today. And that is this right here, this pepper smoked brisket slider, which I have right here. Now I'm gonna go try to find a seat. So I found a spot over here along the sign to eat this slider. I never thought I'd be the person that went to the theme parks and just filmed myself eating food, but I am hungry and it is something to do, so I'm okay with it. That sauce, that is delicious. Wow, that was phenomenal. I was just sitting kind of right over there, by the way, over by that booth. That was delicious. Wow. Let's see what they have over here. So as far as savory foods, they just had a foot-long corn dog, but I ran over here because there were a bunch of brochures for the Craft Beer Festival, and it shows a lot of what else that they have. This is what I just had, that brisket slider right there. This is actually very helpful. This is something that I've needed my entire life. It's just how to know what beer you want. And oh, that's just flopping all over the place. So I'm probably gonna cut this out and put it in my wallet and just carry this around with me because I need that much help when it comes to beer, honestly. But there's a lot to do. I think an 8 sampler was probably a good idea for me to get for today and maybe another visit, but I'm gonna keep walking around. This booth over here also had something called banana s'mores bites. That sounds really good, but again, in more of a savory mood currently. So the first booth that I passed by had the cheesecake cones, and then I of course got that smoked brisket slider. They also had buffalo chicken empanadas, and then a pork waffle potato nachos. Wow, that sounds like a lot. And then the corn dog, and the banana s'mores bites. Now I'm over here, and over here they have Yingling lager battered fish and chips, Pilsner cured chicken wings, and then lager battered crisp onion rings, which that all sounds pretty good. Should I get those chicken wings? Okay, and I did indeed get those chicken wings, and I'm gonna head right over here by the Spice Mill waterfront to enjoy them. Look at those. Okay, so these are the Yingling Golden Pilsner cured chicken wings, and they look fantastic. And they are, wow, incredibly sweet. That's where I just was, right over there on the waterfront for the Spice Mill, and I'm over here where they were having the Taste of 7 Seas. I want to see what they have over here. All right, so right over here they have the fried green tomato slider, the Impossible Burger slider, the bratwurst roll, and the Reuben Spring rolls. Those all sound pretty good, and they also have alcohol. All these booths have alcohol, but now I'm kind of looking for a beverage and potentially something sweet. I think I'm gonna get 4 things today, and then maybe 4 things on a future trip. Here comes the mango, and there goes. It was only a 10-minute wait, which is not bad at all. There are a few more booths over here heading towards Infinity Falls. Looks like they have a cream stout braised short rib, which is this. A New England IPA drunken shrimp taco, and then a hot chicken slider. I think that's right over there. So I'm making a mental list of what I want from these booths for my next trip, because right now I think I'm good on the savory options, and like I said, I do want to get something sweet and something like a beverage, probably. I think I know where I want to get my sweet option, because I'm pretty sure there's only one booth that has them, but I'm keeping my eye open for something really good as far as a beverage goes somewhere along here. So most of these booths just have beverage options. They don't have a lot of food to accompany. There's not a lot of food options, but I actually think that there's more this year than there have been in previous craft beer festivals in previous years. So that's actually cool, so no complaining about that. There is a particular beverage that I'm looking for. I have been checking out the menus of the places that I've been walking by. Haven't seen it yet, so hopefully it's out there. The Waterway Grill back there has Brussels sprouts and I believe jambalaya, which is interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and bypass that for now, even though it does sound, well, interesting. And it looks like the last booth that's over here is Mama's Pretzel Kitchen, where you can use your lanyard on pretzel nuggets, I believe just regular, and then cinnamon pretzel nuggets. So I'm gonna head back this way, back to the front of the park. There are a few more people down there than there were last time, so I do wonder if there are actually orcas swimming around. That would be pretty cool, but I'm still hungry, so I'm heading right back over there to grab a drink, I think. It's kind of hard to see, but there are people inside doing the Dine with Orcas lunch, it looks like, so that's really cool. I'm actually pretty jealous. I really want to do that at some point. So it seems like Icebreaker is not going to be open here at SeaWorld until 2021. This one, along with Iron Gwazi and a few other projects that SeaWorld and Busch Gardens have, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I understand. There's Bayside Stadium, and it looks like the fountains are going over here. Electric Ocean Remix is still going on during the weekends for another couple weeks. So when they have the fireworks, they shut the bridge down, and then they have the fireworks right here launching off of this. And I'm pretty sure that's when they open up the path over there by Bayside Stadium. And again, this is the festival area right there, but it's currently not being utilized, which is a little bit sad, but again, understandable. Right now I'm heading way over there to get my drink. There were actually a couple booths that I saw drinks at that I was really interested in, which is cool because I haven't really gone to the craft brew festival, the craft beer festival before, and I remember it being somewhat of a limited event, so I do wonder if they kind of combined aspects of both Seven Seas and the craft beer festival to have a little bit more full of an event going on right now, because it's going on for a pretty long time. Regardless, I'm back where I started, and there are a few booths over here that I know I had something that I really liked at, so I'm gonna find something and I'm gonna commit to it. And that drink ended up being the key lime apple cider from wherever it is back there, Ale Yeah. So let's try this. And that's delightful. It's very small, it's a little sample size, but it is good. I like this a lot. And my next stop is gonna be right over here, behind that rock. And that, of course, is the Peach Cobbler Cheesecake Cone. This is gonna be my final food of today at the Craft Beer Festival. Look at this, isn't that phenomenal? So this is going to involve two hands, so I had to put the camera up on a rock in a pretty reclusive area that I have not been down to in kind of a while. But this is just a massive portion that just keeps dripping caramel all over me. That tastes like peach cobbler. I love that. And it's such a massive portion too. Something else that I noticed right over here. Look at this. It's a little bag that somebody left. It says, please keep or rehide, and please post to Shamu Rocks on Facebook and Insta. So somebody just hid this for somebody to find. Looks like there's a bunch of little stars in there, glitter stars. And then a drawing right there. I think I'm gonna leave this there so somebody else can find it, but that's cool. Okay, so I went and I put that pouch back where I found it on this little gate, and now I think I'm gonna go ahead and head on out because I got my 4 out of 8 punches that I wanted to get today, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. There are still plenty of food options that I absolutely want to come back and try in the future. This was just supposed to be a quick, expedited trip just to get a taste of the festival and see how much I could probably indulge in today, and then kind of use that as a bearing for next time, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Gonna have 2 happy little trips here, full of food and beverage. So before heading out, I think I want to head over to the SeaWorld store to see if they have any interesting merchandise, because I realized that I really don't have a lot of SeaWorld merchandise. I have a lot of Disney and a good amount of Universal, but not SeaWorld. So I didn't really see anything that I was particularly interested in. They have a bunch of these welcome back shirts. Really, I just want a shirt that just says SeaWorld on it, but they have a lot of, at least for the men's shirts back there, it's a bunch of just puns. Not really into the puns when it comes to t-shirts. I just want a nice simplistic shirt with a logo on it. And I actually think that I found something right outside. They have this selection of merchandise. They have this one right here. I think they've had this logo for quite a little bit. I don't think I want a sweater though right now, but I do actually really like this one. And I'm pretty positive that this is unisex. So I think I'm gonna get this. $25. See what I mean about all of the shirts inside having a pun on them? I enjoy puns, just maybe not on my shirts, versus this seems like a nice option. I like this. I like this color a lot. All right, and I got myself a SeaWorld shirt for the first time in a very, very long time. I got a SeaWorld hat a while ago, but it's time to get some SeaWorld merchandise every now and then. All right, there was a trip to SeaWorld for the Craft Beer Festival, and I had an incredible time. I spent about 2 hours here, and I didn't ride any rides or see any shows. Today was just about the food and the drinks, but I felt comfortable. Still a little bit of a free-for-all when it comes to mask complicity, but it wasn't terrible by any means. So I'm happy. I'm leaving SeaWorld happy, and that is something that deserves a big old thumbs up. I used 4 punches on my lanyard here. I have 4 more to go. This goes until, I believe, September 20th, so it's still a significant amount of time to come back to SeaWorld to enjoy this. It happens only on the weekends, and Brennan does work on the weekends, so that's why I've been coming here by myself quite a lot, because a lot of what SeaWorld is doing is fantastic. It's just only during the weekend, which is a little bit sad. But I don't know, I'm happy. And if I get one more trip out here to get the food that I didn't get the first time around the water, the lake, the lagoon, whatever they have in there, then I'll consider this a pretty good day, pretty good success of a time at the festival. It's hard to talk when he's talking, but like I said, had a good day today. The only bad part of today was I donked my camera on a stone trash can, which was a little bit sad because this camera is brand new. But I decided, if you didn't notice that the camera's a little bit different than what I recorded in the previous videos, I decided to go and return that Sigma lens that I had, because for one, it was really expensive. It was about $400, and it wasn't really providing that much of a difference in comparison to this kit lens that I have here. So I thought, just go and return it until I find something that I really know is going to be a big beneficial improvement as an accessory to this camera, because I have plenty of time to find a lens that's going to be perfect for this camera. And so I'm excited about that. It was just a little bit too shaky. It was the fixed focal point, the fixed focal lens length where I couldn't zoom in, zoom out, those kinds of things. But still feeling pretty good about this camera. If only I hadn't donked it on a trash can. Oh well. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.